Warning. Warning. Warning.
Should it, boys.
Well, then it took me a minute. I was like, am I sure that's not just an orange light?
Good evening and welcome to the One View with your hostess, the mostess, JC1 on this fine Wednesday night, where we appear to have lost one of our co-podcasters.
What have you done?
In BradEasy, what's he done with his camera? That's the question. But with me, as always, is the one, the only P-Town Cowboy, Double D in the house.
Yo, what's cracking, man? What's cracking? Do you want me to make some noise and make some conversation while Brad sorts out the camera on his hand?
Oh, it's I'm starting to wonder what he's done. I really
I haven't done anything. Screw you.
You've done something. And he's there we go. Yeah. There we go. He's back now.
Open on again.
Oh. So, apologies for the tardiness, ladies and gentlemen. We had a bit of a we had a few tech bits we're updating because we are live, lads. We are live on TikTok this evening. Big shout out to the TikTok community.
Why am I on TikTok? What have you done?
Well,
You've always been on TikTok. I've got a secret TikTok channel that shares videos of you doing your dances to yourself that you think nobody else can see.
Oh, we have got to see these videos sometime. We have got to see these videos.
Find it. You have to track it down. You have to track it down.
Is that the way it works? Yeah.
Another reason to drink. I don't know.
Another reason to drink. Oh, what do you mean another reason to drink?
Brad, you're as bad as I am. You don't need a reason, mate.
True. I've lived longer than you, so that's it. More shit.
Only because you were born first.
Oh,
people hate this one trick. I'm living longer than other people.
Oh, he does make me laugh. So, how's it going, lads? How's your week been so far?
My week's been alright, you know. It's been good. It's been busy.
Yeah.
I've been buried in numbers at work. My focus at the moment is a financial view. There's stuff I'm working on, so that's been fun. But yeah, it's been busy. I was streaming last night, streaming Sunday night, might be streaming tonight. Tomorrow's Resident Evil, Friday's Blackpool, Saturday's Halloween party. So I'm a busy boy this week. Very busy boy this week.
Yeah, it sounds it, man.
Time, so.
Sounds
good,
it.
It's good though. It's nice to be busy. Keeps us fresh. Keeps us alive.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. And Babs is already in the chat, and so's he plays. God, I love Wednesdays, you bunch of sexy bastards. Well, I will take that.
She watching. She's clearly got a better one.
I will take that, Babs. I will take that. And he plays has already redeemed the hydrate, so make sure you take a drink, guys. Take a swig.
Yeah.
I can do that actually. I've got water.
You got
Hey,
what?
it's a Bulgarian glass. I got that one.
Hey.
This survived Bulgaria because didn't we throw it out of a top story window to land in the snow underneath or something?
Possibly sounds about right.
Yeah, I remember we liberated it from the Irish bar, if I remember rightly.
Oh, that old trick, a bit of liberation.
Oh yes.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, it's been quite a steady start to the week. Today we're hellish. I had to have a nap after work, so I do apologise. That's part of the reason I was tardy as well with the podcast, because normally I start from about 4:45, 5 o'clock, even though these guys say, oh no, you don't need to plan that much and stuff like this. I do start and I try and make sure all my ducks are in order for when I go live. But, you know, it's just the way I feel.
I just short 2 minutes before we start.
I mean, this is very true.
Well,
this is very true.
To be fair, you do wait for me to just bring up random news and then you comment on it. So that
I don't get the news otherwise.
that's
You know,
you know, right. I feel like right.
This is Brad's version of the broadsheets. He doesn't turn up for us, JC. He turns up so at least he has some sort of inclination of what's happening in the world. It's not relevant and isn't a priority to listen to us, but at least, hey, he can tell his friends and family that, you know, he knows what's happening in the world.
Fair dues. But all right, I'll tell you what. Let's see if I can do this. Right, we normally use this little jingle for something, but just for Brad. So this is your news at 7 o'clock for BradEasy.
Oh, I see. Okay, right, okay.
Further tensions continue in the Middle East between Israel and Hamas. The Hamas attacked Israel a couple of weeks ago, reigniting in the region the conflict that's been going on for 65 years now, ever since the State of Israel were created. In other news, Americans apparently don't know how to use roundabouts. A roundabout was put in a small southern town, and one car going left around the roundabout, other car going right around the roundabout. They didn't know which way they were going. Don't ask. I've literally just watched this on TikTok. It's unreal. Families won 18 million on the lottery and said they will not give it their kids until they prove themselves.
Oh, like they did by winning the lottery.
You know what? I don't know, man. This is a bit... I'm down for that.
As long as they don't become like super snobbish and not like the self-made. Like,
I mean, they are self-made.
I had to work hard for this money.
They invested that £2 and it came to fruition.
Yes.
You know what? Can we revisit that? That's a really good story. So the family's won 18 million.
18 million on the lottery. A man has revealed, right, so he's keeping it $22 million, £18 million. So he's keeping it a secret, in fact, from the children.
But not from the news.
Yeah, he does. Because he don't want them to become waiters, not the job wise, as in like waiting for them to die. Yeah. So he's basically said
well, they won't wait for him to die.
He hasn't identified himself.
His time of death will get much quicker.
He hasn't He hasn't identified himself, so other people aren't gonna, know who they are or who's won it. Basically, rang up to a Nashville radio show called The Ramsey Show, and he said, "I'm going to call myself John for the purpose of this call." And he said, "I won $22 million and I'm pushing 50. And he won it with a group of co-workers around 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So he's kept it a secret, even though you're in a syndicate. He's
credit where credit's due.
He's kept it a secret. That is absolutely outstanding.
That really is.
How have you kept to, even if there was 6 people in the syndicate or something, it was like just shy of $4 million each. How have you actually kept that a secret?
Obviously,
it's an interesting...
Obviously, he hasn't really like,
changed his lifestyle, yeah.
Just turns up in a Lamborghini. It's like, did you go to somebody? Where'd you get that? Found it.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because, you'd have to continue your day job, or at least leave the house for your day job, right?
Just go to work for 2 years.
And you go to a bar or something. I don't even know what you'd do. You buy a second house and chill out in the house for 8 hours a day.
Just go around the block.
Go back to your house.
It's just unreal, isn't it?
That's really cool. I massive respect to him. And do you know what? I get his point. I do get his point, because if I don't know how many kids they've got, obviously, but no matter how many kids they've got, those kids are going to be brought up way differently than they would be if they had to work for stuff in their life. And we see it time and time again in the media around these rich kids of celebrities that just get away with nonsense because they're so entitled. So I'm all for it. I just don't know how you would have your children prove, that was the word you used, right?
Yeah.
Prove the worth by getting them. I don't know.
Well,
does he run like Squid Game and just have the kids do
no. I'll go
into
more detail. I was just gonna say, yeah, be nice in the chat on Twitch, guys. We're all friends here. Bit of strong wordage used in the chat tonight. So yeah, he's explained that only his wife and one sibling, which I assume is his brother or something like that, knows. And he hasn't told anyone else. And basically he's told the syndicate, don't say anything to anyone. I'm in it. But he did explain that after winning, he did some research, and this is actually a cautious tale in one respect. And you know what? I'm going to take my hat off to this guy, because he has done his research, and what he's found he didn't like, so he changed it. I salute you, sir. Literally, I've got my COD do-rag on tonight. I salute you. 1 in every 5 people, right, that win the lottery jackpot lose their winnings or become bankrupt within 10 years.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
So he started off with that, and that's the first reason he didn't tell anyone. And then he went on to say, and one of the things they all said was, you tell too many people and you get too many people at your door asking for help and stuff. Asking for handouts, expecting you to pay for anything. He said, so his wife and him made a conscious decision just to keep it under wraps. They haven't even told the 2 teenage children. Now, I know this sounds strange, but we don't want them to grow up being waiters, which is what we said before.
Waiting on the inheritance.
Yeah, waiting on the inheritance. So he went on getting huge uproars of laughter from the financial guru host David Ramsey. Because David Ramsey, if he is a financial guru, he probably really respected this, especially considering, what other people have gone through. It's heavily taxed too. I didn't think the lottery was in America. In America, yeah.
Yeah, I think in a lot of states of it in America, you don't have the choice to be anonymous either. You have to go public in a lot of states.
Right. Okay. Well,
it's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy.
It is.
About your own.
Yeah.
Anonymity. It's crazy. I just don't understand it.
Everyone would come out the woodwork. You'd have fucking like 5th cousins you've never seen before.
Oh yeah.
Never even heard of.
Yeah.
They claiming all sorts. Yeah.
So the money savvy father emphasised.
You would like right. Bye.
So
I'm out of the country.
So just clear up what else he said. He basically said, look, I want my kids to independently earn money for themselves. I want them to figure out what they want to do in life and get going with that. And then I'll let them know. I'm not going to keep it from them forever. He went to describe his cover-up to explore the sudden influx of wealth. Coincidentally, his wife's uncle died shortly after winning the lottery. He was never married, and he left most of his inheritance to his wife and her sibling. Yeah, so he covered it up a little bit with saying, like, oh, your great uncle, whoever, left us a bit more. And the cover story helped him. You know what? I'm in a syndicate, lads, and this sort of like touches a few buttons with me, because I've actually said to syndicate, I want to remain anonymous. I don't want people to know. I want people to like me for being me. I don't want people to like me for my money and come for handouts.
Wait a minute. You don't have money.
I don't currently, but if I won.
Right.
Brad's looking for that paycheck. He's looking like your 1 year anniversary paycheck for the podcast.
That will come. That will come. That will come.
So then, all right. So on that point, JC, and I'll put the same question to you, Brad. If you were in this dude's situation and you had, let's say, 3 kids, why not? And you had 3 kids, would you? I think we'd all agree to remain anonymous, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do the same for your kids? Would you go, do you know you're not getting a penny out of me? You need to go out and earn your own money before I.
Yeah, I'd always make sure they're all right.
Yeah.
But I'd live, say, a middle class lifestyle, if that makes sense. So I'm working hard, and that's how you gain your money.
Pretty good nowadays, mate. Middle class lifestyle, just saying.
You know,
the middle class exists anymore.
I know,
but I class middle class as anyone over 40 grand. So anyone from like 35, in fact, I class as middle class.
That's not middle class, that, mate. You need to up that a little bit. I think.
You know, because if you...
do you know what? I think I would probably do the same, but I would probably incentivize them a little bit. So I would. Yes, by all means, get them to go out and earn their own money, but I would also reward them hitting certain milestones. So like you say, JC, if you're hitting 30k, all right, I'll give you 10 grand. The moment you hit a 30k job, I'll give you 10 grand straight out of my pocket.
Yeah.
I will support you so you can go to uni, you can go to college, you can do whatever you want to do to follow your heart. I will make sure that you're in a position to do that, because I never had that when I was growing up. I didn't have the opportunity. I needed to get straight into work because I needed to earn money. So I think I would kind of hold like a middle ground. I think if I was to do that, it's an interesting one, and it is an interesting one.
Yeah, it is. It is, and I think he's. I'm quite impressed by him. He's obviously got a good head on him, John. So, salute you, John. Keep going. Tell your kids in a few years when you're retiring. Job done.
Yeah, I'll see you down the pub, John.
Yep.
Rounds on you, mate. Come on now.
So, in other news, and I'm surprised Brad hasn't heard about this one, but me and Deuce were just discussing it before we went live. So, this week, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's had a big belly laugh, let's say.
Oh, it's just like his fucking wax figure.
Yeah, he has heard about it.
Pretty hard to avoid it.
Now,
can we share a picture of it?
I'm gonna put
it's funny.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat for anyone who wants to have a look, because honestly, it looks like he's just spent 9 months in the Antarctic. He really does. He looks like either that or he's got a severe case of COVID-19 and he's ill.
Yeah, he looks really poorly, but he's still been working out while still.
Oh yeah, he's still got the muscles.
I've never noticed about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Go on.
I've shared my thoughts about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson many a times. I'm not going to talk too much about him again, but he's got a really good skull definition.
Good skull definition.
Good skull definition.
I'll give you that.
Look at that skull. That's a strong skull. If I shave my head would be like a colander. It'd be all bumpy. It's not a colander, is it? But you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be defined.
It
would be as well
defined. Which I just randomly found, which fits a lot better.
Do you know what? I was watching the intro when we had it up earlier, and I was like, Brad looks really, really good in the intro. When you got like your hair long and loose, you look really good with that look. That's good look. But yeah, that skin tone on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is an absolute. It's a travesty. I don't know where they went. Everything else is pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right, he plays. He's having to bounce, but when he wins big, he'll sub to tier 3 if you pay for it.
Spender of other people's money he plays. I like it.
I know. But that is controversial. That Rock waxwork. Right. Here we go, guys.
Screw this.
So
Not going on Street 3. What, you don't race it? What the hell?
Brad's just jumping straight in there. He's jumping straight in there. Right. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, right? Basically, I had a bit of a movie night last night again. and I watched Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and I watched Legion from 2010. So, Legion from 2010, by the way, never seen it. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it.
Is that the one about angels destroying the world or something?
Yes, yeah, the end of the world. It's actually really well put together, I thought. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 1950s, straight.
Is that the 50s? Was it the 70s one?
No, it was the 50s one.
I've seen the 70s one.
Come back somewhere.
Quite well done. No House. What did I watch at the weekend? House on Haunted Hill. Right? No, it wasn't House on Haunted Hill. Oh my god, I can't remember what I watched. Anyway, so
You watched Hellraiser, didn't you? As well?
yeah, I've watched Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3 now.
Okay, stop.
Right, so I've really enjoyed the Hellraiser series, but just stop. That's ended, Brad. But my
I can't tell you, Hellraiser 4 is in space.
right
Somewhat.
now this comes down to perception. This is all perception now, right?
What else is wrong?
So perception wise, right? I was told Nightmare on Elm Street 3. It's the best one. It's great. It's all that, right? So I starts watching it. And I'm watching it and I'm going, not biting yet. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. What's going on? Not as in like what's going on with the story, just like it weren't clicking with me. And I was like, no. Oh, I like that. No. Anyway, that was basically my whole experience throughout the entire movie. I love the fact that they brought Nancy back from the first one. I love the fact that the kids got to kick ass, but at the same time, I thought the ending was shocking. Right, I am going to rip apart the end bit because it's not the fact. Well, it's partly the fact you could see it coming a mile off. So there's two things that defeat Freddy at the end. So one, obviously, he's dousing the bones with holy water and he's going, and basically it's burning him in the dream world.
Mm.
The second one is the kid shouting and all the mirrors breaking and stops them being killed and gets them all out of the mirrors. I'm sorry, right? This was, for me, right? It might have worked better if it were a girl's scream, but a lad's scream going, just, all of a sudden it was like, no!
Isn't he a mute? What, you didn't like the Wizard Master? Come on.
Oh, he was. He did my tree, mate. I'll be honest. The ending sucked ass. The ending was the worst ending since the whole series of El Dorado, and that's saying something because El Dorado were complete tosh. But yeah, it's just my personal opinion. I just really.
You like 2 better?
To be honest, yeah, I enjoyed it more.
Do you know do you know that film's like it's known for having very homosexual overtones, which are apparently not intentional.
I did not notice that at all. I just enjoyed the story.
Okay.
I just enjoyed
What's some of the homosexual?
I can't. It's like seriously. If you watch if you look it up and you're like, oh, but yeah, it's actually really obvious. It's just like it's just like.
It's unintentional, like the director.
Oh yeah, it's odd. It's a bit odd in that way. It's like just this whole thing with like the kids like school coach and shit like that, and there's this whole scene in the showers and stuff, and it's like really, it's like just a bit. It just
similar like Top Gun.
Yeah, that to me weren't anyway inclined towards what you just said. Anyone's sexuality. That was just a horror scene.
It's well known for it. Trust me.
Yeah, JC, it's well known.
Well,
God.
not for me. Not for me. But yeah, no.
I think it's a gay representation movie.
I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Claire, my better half.
I got no problem with it. It's like
Claire, my better half thought number 2 were the worst one out of them.
People will say that.
She thought
until you get to 5 and 6.
number 3 was the best one according to my other half, and I was like, well, I'm not buying it. Sorry, not buying it. It's not. It just didn't sit well with me. I don't know if I had too many distractions around me at watching Nightmare on Elm Street 3. It just didn't sit right with me. I'm gonna watch number 4 tonight, so I'll have a bigger insight. But
4 might be all right. 5 and 6, I don't. That's what it starts to get.
I have seen Freddy vs. Jason, and I'm looking forward to seeing that again.
First, like,
is that a horror film?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be an action film like Alien vs Predator.
No, Freddy.
You don't need to watch the actual last 20 minutes.
It's good
Freddy
though.
and Jason actually, unlike Alien vs Predator, they actually do fight for like quite a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty cool, actually.
And a lot of people absolutely rip Jason X apart, but I like that, and I can't wait to see that again.
In space.
Mm-hmm.
Do we like the Scream films?
I do.
Oh, I love them. Scream films. I've not seen a bad Scream film, to be honest.
I was quite critical of the last one just because they don't have the balls to kill the spoilers. Just some things happen, like, right, that person is dead. And then they just turn up at the end of the film, like, I'm fine. Like, you got stabbed multiple times.
To be fair,
Yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah.
How are you just walking up at the end?
That's the whole Scream, innit?
I was just about to say that Scream. That's very Scream. Like the very
like 2 people like 50 times. Like, oh, he's dead. Then at the end of the film, he's just getting taken away and stretched. Like,
the very letter in the commentary about horror films.
Have you seen the latest Scream?
yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, dude, I won't ruin it then for you, dudes, because I'll be honest.
I'll never watch it.
Are you never gonna watch it?
I'm not that big a fan. I've watched them. I said what I think.
The
I watched
latest.
I don't think I watched the other one.
It's like 6 now.
If I could grade it on A to F, I would give the latest Scream movie a solid B stroke A. It was absolutely. I really enjoyed it. What did you think, Brad?
That's alright.
It's alright. And Bams loves the Scream movies.
The miraculous survival of certain characters pissed me off.
Yeah, but they're starting to
Plot armor. A little bit of plot armor, don't we?
they're starting to work their way through it, though, aren't they? If you think about it that way, from the latest one, and
we can't kill them, you cowards.
you know, and there's going to be less and less of the original characters soon. So coming up to
original film's like 97, so
yeah, coming up to Halloween, I'm going to be watching all these films. I'm going to try and cram in as many as I can. I don't do it enough, to be honest. And this year, I'm really looking forward to Halloween, and I've just got to find a new game after we finished Outlast 2 on Monday. That class game. I'd love to see Brad play them. I don't.
No, I don't think. I think Brad would be the same vein as me. I don't think he'd enjoy it.
No,
sorry.
Outlast. I think he'd get as frustrated as I would. There was a scene where like, you woke up after your wife or whatever gave birth, and like you're in a cave.
My gosh!
They're all dancing around a fire, and they couldn't see you. And then one of them randomly turned around, and then you legged it, rightly so, because that's the game mechanics.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in a real life situation, you would pick up that rock and smack that guy around the back of the head.
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah.
And that's, I can't get behind games that don't. I don't mind games without combat, but I don't like games that give you no choice but to run. Alien Isolation had a brilliant balance of that because you could scare off the xenomorph with tools.
Right,
you could never kill it. It's a xenomorph, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you get a flamethrower, that xenomorph's gonna go, whoa, all right, mate, I'll give you a second, don't you worry.
No, you're right. You are right.
Yeah, I can't get behind games like that, man. Can't get behind it. Frustrates me.
No, fair dues. But talking of games, we came across a new game, very random as Deuce put it, and it's going to be called Everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
It's going to be open world. It's actually developed by former Rockstar developers, and it's the first game that they've
The British
actually done.
Rockstar or the American Rockstar? Because we know which one's better.
Yeah, we do.
Rockstar North's better.
It's an indie game studio called Build a
No, I
Rocket
think
Boy. So
Okay.
and they are based out of Scotland, so it is British.
So it is Rockstar North. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
I've seen their last time I was in Edinburgh. I was walked by their headquarters actually.
Did you go
oh,
in?
nice.
No, I didn't. No.
So they're bringing out this new game called Everywhere.
I'm here to develop the new Dune game. Here's my pitch.
Brad, don't steal my pitch. It's my pitch. I wrote that pitch today.
I couldn't pitch it as well as you. If it was a dark
Go on,
tower,
JT.
if it was a dark tower, I'll be on it.
But this
No,
this Everywhere. Speaking of
Yes.
developing a new Doom, this Everywhere is very unique. So in this Everywhere game, you'll be able to design your own games inside the open world, where other players can play as well as you. So I'm starting to think it's sort of borderline. Have you ever been in the VR world on Meta, where you can go in? There's like different worlds, and you can go on comedy club.
Yes.
Oh,
You go on
Yes, there is,
comedy
yeah.
club and everything, and you can actually design your own world, can't you? I'm thinking it's going to run.
What I've seen,
Yeah, it's going to run along the lines of that. So they'll have all different worlds on different servers, different games, and you can do anything from a first-person shooter to an Indiana Jones sort of, story mode game.
So I don't know if you want to share a link in the chat. But the trailer reminded me a lot of Fortnite.
Yeah, I'll put
It wouldn't surprise me if it was built on the Unreal Engine as well. Looking at
a
it,
lot of people making Fortnite comments in the.
I didn't read the comments because I didn't want to be swayed by it. But I get it. I completely get it. In Fortnite, I don't know if you guys know, but there's an alternate version of Fortnite where it's creative mode where you can build game modes. And I don't know if you guys have. I shared the video for the Alan Wake one, right?
Oh yeah.
Which is a walkthrough of a retelling of the Alan Wake games to set people up for the new one that's out later on this month, next month.
Right.
And that is a great representation of the flexibility of the Unreal Engine, but also Fortnite in itself. And you're right, JC. This game's definitely attempted to do the same thing. I will say, not to shut you down too much, but it's not that unique. We had Little Big Planet that did it back on the PS3.
All right.
I did. Little Big Planet basically did the same thing. They basically gave you all these tools where the core concept of the gameplay loop was for you to generate your own games and your own game mechanics, and then share them with the world, and then be able to explore what other people have done as well. I did games testing a couple of years back.
Yeah, I remember.
Let's talk about this.
Did you sign it? Have the games come out?
Dropped on it. I think the NDA.
Yeah, when
on
it's
it.
released, I think the NDA drops.
Even if it hasn't dropped, I'm doing it. I played games testing a couple of years ago, about 18 months ago,
don't do it.
for a game called Dreams. The game was basically like a first-person game where you hold the controller. You could actually use PS Move as well, but you could build these game worlds, and no matter what game genre you could conceptualize, you could make it within this game. It's called Dreams. You dream up whatever game is.
All right, okay.
It was really interesting. It's definitely. I game tested the DLC. I assume the DLC is out now. It must be.
Yeah.
The game's shut down now, actually. And the biggest constraint and the biggest difficulty I had at the time, and I said this to the guys that I was testing it for, was just how unnecessarily convoluted it was to do everything.
Yeah.
So, like, if you had a character that wanted to, I don't know, fight this bad guy, and the boss would be defeated by dropping all these blocks on his head, right?
Yep.
You would have to manually, I don't know if you guys are familiar with coding, you would literally have to code it, but in a visual representation of that code. You would like plug in stuff to tie stuff together to make triggers and links.
Right.
It worked during the tutorial,
Yeah.
but then afterwards they were like, hey, here you go, have fun. And I was like, I'm a pretty smart guy, I don't have a clue what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It was really tough. On to this point at hand, I think if the tools are right and the game is set up so it's easy for people to be able to actualize what their thoughts are about where they want a game to be, that's the trick. That's the trigger. If it's difficult, it ain't ever going to get off the ground. Little Big Planet did a really good job of it. Did an amazing job of it. Super easy to do it.
They'll just get tired of it, won't they? By the way, that your game released on 14th February 2020, so I assume you're safe. Thank God.
Was that the DLC?
That was the main game.
I did the DLC, yeah. Don't worry about it, mate. What are they going to do? Sue me? Come at me, bro. I ain't got no money.
Well, yeah, you never know. You never know. But anyway, so everywhere it should be coming out in the next 12 months, they're saying. And I'll be interested to see where it goes, to be honest, because I like the fact, even if it is similar to VR World, where you can just create, like, not too complex games and stuff. But like you say, it's all going to be the user interface for creating stuff. That's the main thing. But swiftly moving on, I think it's now officially that time when we press the wrong button.
No, stop. What button was that?
I'll come back to that.
That was metal as hell.
So it's that time again. We're going to reveal this week's JD Weatherspoon's share price.
Where's my book?
It's got to find
Lost it.
Slow down.
I've lost it. What was it last week?
£6.47 or 48, I think.
It gone back up, hasn't it?
Yeah. It had gone back up. £6.48.
Okay, what's it this week?
Yeah. So,
it's not how it works, Brad. We have to wait 10 minutes.
Oh yeah. We have to build the suspense. Has it been a good week for JD Weatherspoons?
I've not been. It's not a good sign.
You've not been? Oh, that's not a good sign.
Oh no.
So, this week, I can reveal the Weatherspoon share price is £6.18. Whoa!
Oh! What the hell happened?
That has plummeted.
Bye. Dom hasn't gone either, I don't think. We'll speak to him, see what he's up to.
Can I
He used
just
to go 3 days ago.
Can I just give an observant point of view, though, right? Two things. People do tend to stay in October and November before all the Christmas dues, right?
He's done his research.
Right? So, business-wise, one of the peak periods for Weatherspoons is going to be around when all the Christmas dues are going out, and is going to be December. So, in December, I expect this to literally go back up to nearly £7. I honestly think it could.
You hear him.
Right. So you can quote me on this as well. Make a note in your notebook, Deuce. Right. I expect in December for it to go back up to £7.
£500 a share.
But I don't know if you're aware as well, but there was a story this week which affected the beer market, which was unbelievably disgusting. So, has anyone ever had? I call it Sing Tao, like it's silent T at the beginning. TSI. Yeah, it's a beer, yeah. And I've only ever known it be served in the UK at JD Weatherspoons and a few select like curry houses or Chinese, right?
Like Cobra, it's like Cobra, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Cobra. And generally you get it in a 500ml bottle, which is pretty hefty for a bottle of beer, yeah, right. But this week there's a video that's gone pretty viral, and it's at the Chinese beer factory where Tsingtao's produced.
Right.
And the video shows a man urinating into
I knew that was gonna come. I knew that was
into
gonna
a vat of the beer being brewed. And
It's purified, don't worry about it.
And I am just like, oh my God. You know, oh my God, that is absolutely unreal. Apparently, it's been completely sealed, right? But who knows if this guy's done it before?
What, his penis?
Yeah.
I mean, that'd stop him urinating in the vat again.
Who knows if it's been done before? No, you know.
To be honest, like, this is probably the only occasion it's been caught on camera, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it happens across the board, across loads of beers.
Well,
Come on now, it's a weird. It's what. Do you know what it is? I bet it's one of those intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
Here's this massive open liquid vat. I'm just gonna piss at it. It's an intrusive thought, and most people wouldn't follow up on it. But some people do. I bet it happens across the globe.
I've been to these breweries, and literally some of the vats are completely open at the top, and they have like spiral mix in it. The barley and stuff. But oh my! But that was just a side note to the JD Weatherspoon shocker. I can't believe it's gone down to 6-18.
I think you should bring us a fun fact about JD Weatherspoons every week.
Yeah, well, they are one of the few guys. Bit of breaking news in the last hour as well. This is for football fans more than anything, just before we go to Munch Your Punch. So, Everton fans, you might want to cover your ears. I know these guys don't follow football, but they'll appreciate the severity of this.
Everything is in a real place.
So, the Premier League...
I don't think it is.
The Premier League has come out and they've recommended a deduction of 12 points for Everton over breaches of financial rules. So what this means is, in footballing terms, there's fair play financial rules in place where you have to basically not make a loss over like 5 years. There's a 5-year stature on it, and it just the way it works. If you make a loss 1 year, you can win it back the next year by not making a loss, etc., etc. But yeah, and there's a strong. No one cares if it's Everton. I like it, but. Yeah, apparently 12-point deduction coming their way. Because if the Premier League has sort of like recommended it, then it's probably going to happen. You know, if that doesn't happen after the Premier League. And the thing is, the Premier League is actually setting a precedent here. So if you get clubs like Newcastle who've got billionaire owners, probably the second richest club in the world now, you've got City who've got billionaire owners, you've got United, you've got Liverpool with their owners, the Gillettes, I think it's still the Gillettes at Liverpool. So, you know, at the end of the day, if these clubs are going to spend money more than they make, then they're going to get punished, and this set a precedent, because that's what rules and laws are all about. They're all about precedent. Will you get punished? Has the standard been set previously? Because if you ever watch a court case, they always refer back to it. Saying, you know, this has happened. So it's a big shout from the Premier League. I would have thought the Premier League would have done that themselves, but unless it actually has to go to one of these arbitration courts, that's different. But yeah, Everton's 12-point deduction, that could put them back down at the bottom with Burnley, me and my team. Come on, we're actually near someone.
We're near someone.
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
We are. We're playing. We're absolutely terrible at the minute. Sorry to any Burnley fans. We are terrible at the minute. I'm not being negative Nelly there. I'm not being. We're just getting beaten. We can't buy a win. So it's one of them. But it's that time. It's that time once again for Munch Your Punch. Hey, and this week in the hot seat of the Get to Know You game is the one, the only, the P-Town Cowboy, Double D. And as The Rock says, he's saying, just bring it. So, Double D, are you comfy? Are your pants on? Have you got a drink? Not to make this weird.
What are you saying, JC? Okay, well, I'll take him off.
Yeah.
I'll take him off. That was a really weird specification there.
It just had to come out. It had to come out. So Punch to Punch the Weekly Get to Know You game, and this week in the hot seat is Double D. So are you ready, Double D? Any of these questions, by the way, that you, because I know the way Double D's mind works. Any of these questions that you may think, is that for a certain amount of time or whatever, just consider for life. Just consider for life, yeah?
I love how you're at the point now where I don't take anything at face value and I need to dig deeper.
Yeah.
I really respect that you recognise that, mate.
So just take...
Nothing's ever a simple question for me. I need more context. So, all right, okay. I'll take that.
So, Bams' heart just started racing. Mine was cringing, Bams. I think the world of Double D, but I didn't want to see them pants come undone.
I've seen your nipple, and I loved every inch of it.
Not on air though. Not on air.
I was recording it. What are you on about?
So here we go. So 20 questions, Deuce. Number 1: salted or roasted peanuts?
Roasted all day, every day. Come on now.
2: topless or bottomless?
Topless.
3: night or day?
Topless or bottomless? What? Night. I can hide better in the night.
4: morning or evening?
Actually, morning.
Okay.
Because I like mornings. I'm better in the mornings than I am in the evenings. But I prefer nights over days.
5: no soap or no toothpaste?
Can I use soap as toothpaste, and can I use toothpaste as soap?
I don't think you want to do that. Washing my mouth with soap, as they say.
True. No soap.
Number 6: no Star Wars or no games?
Oh, no Star Wars. Easy. It's just a small area.
Number 7. I actually thought that might go another way. Number 7: no whiskey or no women?
Go fuck yourself. No women.
Number 8.
I've seen chicks with dicks that look prettier than some women I've met. That'll do for me.
Number 8: no knees or no elbows?
Right, hold on. It would have to be. No knees. Wait. No knees.
Bad choice, just saying. Number 9.
I could chop them off and have a wheelchair, mate. I need mobility here. This is where all the action is.
Number 9. In true turnabout fashion, boobs or butts?
Butts.
Number 10.
I'm not sharing any additional context on that, but don't worry.
Number 10. Die old and poor, but happy, or die young and rich?
Young and rich.
Number 11. Thongs or French knickers?
French knickers, I think.
Yes! The classy, I like it.
Don't use the word knickers, though. Because that's arguably the worst word in the English language, if it is English.
It is.
French panties. Oh, yeah.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I'm down with that. Forgot the number, but anyway, next one. Thong Song or Dirty? So, Thong Song by Cisco or Dirty by Christina Aguilera?
Dirty, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's all.
Eggplant or aubergines?
I'm trying to think if I've had Eggplant? I don't think I have. I don't like aubergines. They're like weird ass, squeaky ass, rubbery ass, nonsense ass, tasteless ass, nonsense. So I'm gonna have to go eggplant out of pure science.
Okay, Superman or Batman?
They're both dicks. Batman, because he's not as arrogant.
Next,
Fucking hate Superman.
Grand Theft Auto Vice City or San Andreas?
Oh, San Andreas, come on now. Oh,
Good man.
San An.
Pokemon or Digimon?
Both got really good intros. I'm gonna have to go Pokemon just because it's wider. There's more of it.
Cool, that works. Ice cold or ice bath?
Ice cold. I'm not having an ice bath. But
Axe or machete?
axe. Yeah.
Give or receive?
Give. Wait.
It's got to be the first answer. I'm going to take the give.
Yeah. I mean,
And finally, the most important question for any Englishman ever: brown or red sauce?
well, weirdly enough, as a vegetarian, I don't have much usage for brown sauce. So red.
There's
I
no.
think you can, I think red is more applicable in more scenarios.
Good choice, and that concludes this week's Bunch or Punch. Nice one, D.
Good questions, Zach. Good questions. I like it.
I thought they were a good mix. There were some nice and easy ones, some not so easy.
I like the weird ones. Elbow
and the weird ones.
That was a good one.
How would you drink with my elbow? So I can't bend my arm.
That's what I mean. You'd have to have a really big straw.
Yeah, you would, but it'd work. The thing
you can move without knees. You can't do anything with that elbow.
I literally can't
I like football and that, so I go.
You can still play football. You just have robot legs.
Well, you have like false legs on the end.
Robot legs.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll take that. I'll take that. But yeah, I thought I did think I sort of leant towards no elbows because I thought I can handle that, but I can't handle not being able to move my feet.
Yeah.
So it's
you were surprised at my games over Star Wars?
Yeah.
It's
Very surprised.
Do you know I'm not a massive Star Wars fan?
You just like the new stuff, the series.
The new series are really good. The Clone Wars is phenomenal. That's not new at this point, obviously. The extended, I've always said the best part, well, let me rephrase this. The worst part of Star Wars is the films.
Right, okay.
Everything else is brilliant.
About that expanded universe.
Well,
The expanded universe is sick. Like, the series are really good, the games are really good. Knights of the Old Republic is one of the all-time greatest role-playing games ever created.
It started with books, didn't it? Like, back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was comics, there was books, there was all sorts. Disney's just mixed it all up. They've chopped it all off.
I think one of the first things the expanded universe is just non-canon. Like, what?
Yeah, that's how. And to be fair, actually, credit where credit's due. Like stuff that like the Ahsoka series, has brought out Thrawn, who's a great character, who's from the expanded universe that Disney nixed. So Dave Fillion, who's done the Clone Wars, he's done Rebels, he's done Ahsoka. I think he's behind the Mandalorian as well. Is stolen concepts from the expanded universe. So actually, that's really good. Let's bring it back in. So credit where credit's due. Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. And Bam's in the chat. She knows so much more now about you. She's,
Arguably
you know,
too much.
Arguably too much.
I've just put whiskey above women. So yeah, I get it.
I'm kind of like the French Knickers one. I'm kind of like good man. That to me was a good man moment because let's face it, as far as the laundry section goes, French Knickers for me don't get enough love. people don't mention them as much. You don't see a song about French knickers. You see a thong song, not French knickers. So.
French.
But I know.
Do you know what I've always said? Like, when it comes
French
to
lingerie,
women,
let's say.
I think as maybe it's as I've got older, but like the less you see, the better it is for me. So that's why
I can respect that.
I'm like the thong. It's fine, but I like. No, I'm not going to say that. Anyway, carry on. I'm going to carry on. I was like, no, it's going to get non-PG in it. So
No, you're all good. We had an adult filter, don't we? So it's all good. But we are getting to that time quickly before I go to it. Just for any E&E fans who may be around, it's currently Preston 0, Southampton 0. My other half at that game this evening.
Is that not good on it?
Yeah.
Here we go. Brad's movie of the week.
It's so
it's Brad's movie of the week.
It used to be Deuce's favourite section of the show, and now it's just got even better for him.
Oh, fuck me. Sorry, language. Sorry.
He
That was
just-
so good. I love it. Every single time. I just... sorry, carry on.
It's quite alright. You haven't seen the video I've got to go along with me.
Oh my god. Bated breath. Mate. Bated
So, Mr. Easy, BradEasy.
breath. He does not look down for our bullshit right now. Brad's like, I just want to talk about this film because it's so good and you guys are just wasting my time.
What is your movie of the week?
Some decorum here, please.
You came to the wrong place, Brad. Brad, you're in the wrong place.
I don't even know what you're laughing about, to be honest.
Oh, the whole package, mate. The whole package. Anyway, go on. What we saw.
Okay, well, it's as close as to Halloween as we're going to get.
True.
True, I did think we'd actually land on it with the podcast, but it's the day before, so...
It is. So, Bambi should like this one, because we're going back to 1978, and it is, well, it's Halloween we're going to talk about.
The OG, yeah?
The OG.
Oh,
Halloween,
nice.
Yeah. Written and directed by John Carpenter. Someone else. Okay. Yeah, so basically, it's the original Halloween. It's the film that introduces Michael Myers. Everyone knows who Michael Myers is, I assume, at this point.
Yeah.
But in case you don't know the
He's
story,
the guy that's behind
White Mask.
Austin Powers, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the mask was actually a William Shatner mask, which was painted white.
Really?
Trivia there. So anyway, so in case you don't know the story of the original Halloween, basically it starts off on Halloween night, and you see the point of view of Michael, or the Shape as he's commonly known as by John Carpenter. And it stalks through this house, and there's a point of view, like go over a house, picking up a clown mask, go into the kitchen, pick up a knife, then go into his sister's bedroom and stabbing his sister to death. Just as his parents get home, it's revealed it's just a kid. What happens is Michael was then sent away into an asylum, where he spent the rest of his life. And the film starts off with his doctor, his psychologist, whatever you want to be, Dr. Loomis, like having this. They drive up to the asylum where he is, and they see like a bunch of the patients are walking around outside the gate.
Yeah.
It's that night where Michael escapes from the asylum and returns to his hometown, like 15 years later. Now as a late teen, really. And yeah, as he's there, he stalks and stalks is the right word, very patiently, very quietly, stalks and kills the local teenagers. And he's the entire time he's been pursued by Dr. Loomis. Really underrated performance by Donald Pleasance. Like he is like Michael is great, but like Loomis, he really fills in the exposition and he does it just obscenely well. Like, he is so good in that film. He's like the only one who really knows what Michael is and what he's capable of. Like, he gives this whole speech about how he tried to reach Michael for 8 years and just tried to spend 7 years keeping him locked up because he realized that Michael was just evil.
Yeah.
And like, he knew, I saw him there just sitting, staring, looking at the wall, looking past the wall, looking through the wall, looking to this night, inhumanly patient, just waiting. And that night has finally come, and Michael is on the loose, hunting down people, stalking him, hunting down the local teams, including Jimmy Lee Curtis. Yeah, so it's Halloween. It's make John Carpenter's career, basically. It introduces Michael Myers, and it introduces the Halloween theme. It's just it's a horror classic. Like I say, you can find that in a shitload of places. It's on Netflix, it's on Now, it's on Sky, Lionsgate, Pluto TV, Cult Pix, and a couple additional subscriptions through Amazon, like MGM and Stars.
Yeah.
Go watch it. No excuse.
Sure.
Halloween.
Sure.
The name says it all. No, there is no excuse. It's just the way you roll, isn't it? Such a good series as well. I appreciate the way they developed it. The latest.
No, it's not. And John Carpenter will tell you that.
But after, I think it was.
John Carpenter didn't want to make the second one.
Did he not? All right, okay.
No, he did it because he's contractually obligated to. He says the only way he managed to write scripts is by drinking Budweiser.
All right, okay. Random, but okay. But
I've never seen any of the Halloweens.
Have you not? What?
Can someone explain to me why one of the Halloweens is called Halloween H2O?
H2O, yeah, Halloween Water. It's Halloween 20 years later.
Oh, so it's actually called H20 then?
Yeah. It's 20 years later.
It's like Halloween as well. It's like they actually know Michael Myers isn't in it. They tried to make it like an anthology series, but everyone hated it because Michael wasn't in it. And then Halloween 4, they brought Michael back.
Of course they did. Yeah, of course they did.
And then there was some remakes by Rob Zombie, which I don't have time to.
And then
Rob Zombie, come on now.
Then they did the sequels.
Yeah.
A few years back. The first one was great. The second one was weird, and the third one was just fucking bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the jury's out on it because they've tried to reboot it, haven't they? And they've changed the story a little bit.
It was actually a sequel. It's like they did a great job with the first one. Parts of the second one, they made a new trilogy.
Yeah.
First one was really good. Second one, a bit iffy, a bit weird, a bit kind of stupid, but they really good ending. And the third one, they just made a fucking stupid ass decision, which made no sense.
Yeah, it did seem to fall by the wayside. I watched it last year. The third, it was the third one last year, released last year, weren't it? Yeah.
Like, what are you? They basically they introduced a new character and they tried to make him like the main killer. Like why? It's like I don't give a shit about this guy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I think at that point they run out of ideas for the main villain.
Yeah, I'd rather it end. I really would. I'd rather it end than. But
it can't end because there's no money in it ending.
Well, nostalgia has money, so that's all I'm saying. But yeah, it's great choice, and the only choice for this week, Brad. Can't say any fairer than that. But this week, lads, I did find a TikTok video of the week. It's a short but sweet one this week, because I'll be honest. Sometimes you go through TikTok and you find loads of good stuff, and then other times you just find complete trash, and it can just be give and take, and you just have to roll with the punches, because eventually you'll get a good day and it'll be like you'll never stop laughing. But this week I did come across this joke and I found it funny, and I was like, right, I've got to use this. It's a short but sweet video of the week, so here we go.
What does a burnt pizza, a pregnant woman, and a frozen beer all have in common?
What does a burnt pizza, pregnant woman, and a frozen beer have in common? I don't know.
but some idiot forgot to pull it out in time.
That was good, actually. That was good.
I actually liked it for a quick joke. I actually really like that.
Yeah, I like that. That was good.
It tickled me, so I was like, you know what, that's got to be it. Because all the other videos I've watched this week have been famous comedians like Jack Whitehall and people.
Is that the same radio show that, like, I saw a video on ages ago where, like, it's a guy, he calls him for, like, I think it's a job interview or something.
Right.
Do you know what I'm on about? It's an Australian radio show where it's something to do with a job interview, and basically they call this guy because he's been left as a referral on somebody's CV.
All right.
This guy doesn't have a clue. He doesn't have a clue. He's never met the guy.
Yeah, I know this.
He's never met the guy. He doesn't have a clue who he is. But he just makes up a story on the spot about how good a person he is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely hilarious.
Oh, wow.
It's like, it just shows like how good a person he is just to support his best mate or something like that. You know, have you seen it, Brad? I'm not making this up, right?
Yeah, it's an Australian guy, yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, there's a radio show that does all sorts of stuff like that, and that's probably the same one. But yeah,
there was the joke. Did you hear about that kids joke that went viral in Australia?
Nope.
Yes, I've seen that one.
Yeah,
I can't remember how it went, but I've seen it. I've definitely seen it.
Yeah, it was. That rate. They said. I mean, no offense to Double D here, because I know he's a vegetarian, but he said something like a vegan and a vegetarian jumps off a cliff and hit the floor. And who wins? And like the presenters on this TV show went, who? And he goes, society. Because he didn't understand like vegetarians and vegans. I mean, it's a kid at the end of the day, you know. I'll let him have that one. You
can totally tell that like his granddad told him that joke.
Yeah, 100%.
Why is it the older generation that hates vegans?
Oh, definitely. It's like vegetarianism, veganism isn't like, it's nothing to be like, nobody cares anymore. The modern generations don't care. Like,
to be honest,
it's definitely an older thing.
I really don't care, you know, because as long as I can still eat what I want to eat, I'm happy. So that's the way to look at it. We're coming up to the end of the show. We're coming up to the end of the show, lads.
Yay! Oh, shame.
No, thank you very much for tonight, lads. It's been a long day today, so long I took a nap, as I said earlier, after work, and I've enjoyed it. Thanks very much to Bams in the chat, and he plays before he had to shoot off earlier. Thanks to anyone else who stopped by on TikTok or Twitch. And we'll be back with the One View at the same time next week at 7 p.m. Big thank you to Double D, the one, the only P-Town Cowboy. And a big thank you to Easy Sunday Morning Breezy.
Have a good Halloween.
Take care. Have a good Halloween. Take care. Bye for now.
See.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I. type. Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. There's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, oh, we come alive. We come alive. Oh, we come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see